amazing. Looks great. That's a good card.
Hey guys, what's going on? Colin Sebastian here.
What's up?
We've got a special treat for you guys
Oh, yeah.
because you know, Isylander, as you saw in the thumbnail and the title, we have a very early adaptation of Isylander that we were toying around with and everything. Hopefully to give you guys some sort of shell going into Everfest and being able to sub some cards in and out once we get more cards for her in Everfest. And we played a few games.
Yeah.
And you killed me quite a couple times.
It just feels like Kano. Kano used to be more about opting off your deck, but like the recent Kano list have been like block 2 cards, go tall, and then at the end of the game go stir 4 to 1-2, whittle them down, and not really opting at all. So it feels like your Kano that starts with 3 extra health, and you have the ability to disrupt your opponent even more on their turn. And right now we're playing the deck, because there's not a ton of good ice cards, we're playing the deck with like as a Kano deck with a ice engine, and it feels really, really good. Being able to blizzard your opponent, you know, playing a Kano deck or playing Channel Mount on their turn, making a Frostbite and making everything cost more, or even a Winter Spite for free, and it's essentially making 2 Frostbites on their turn. It just feels really powerful. Especially Kyle had like a couple all red hands against me.
It shut me down.
Completely shut him down.
Yeah. All right, for the people that don't know what Isylander does, we're assuming this is what her name is.
Yeah.
Explain to us what she does.
So she's Essence of Ice. That means she's just one element. So she has access to all the wizard cards and all ice cards available to the game. And then...
And I guess and elemental attacks, right?
Yep.
Technically.
And then if it's not your turn, you may play your next non-attack action with a blue stripe as though we're an instant. So basically, all your blue cards that are non-attack actions, you can play them on your opponent's turn and for free. So you get kind of like a mini Storm Striders built into the hero, which is really, really awesome.
And when it's an ice card, it actually gives them a Frostbite token.
That's the last line.
You played it.
Yep.
So
we're playing all the good non-attack action ice cards that are, you know, that work really well with this.
And she looks so good.
Oh yeah,
it's beautiful.
By the way, thanks to LSS for sending us our preview card, which is coming up.
January 27th,
yeah,
be ready.
January 27th, be ready. This mat, this hero, and give us the ability to play around with this.
Yeah. So let's get into the get up of what we have so far as the equipment.
This is just your main equipment. Obviously, if we were bringing this to like a skirmish or a real blitz tournament, you would put in like the robe, the wizard arcane barrier, the gambler's gloves for
Heart of Ice,
things like that. But this is kind of just like the main equipment we're working with. So we have Skull Cap, blocks 2. You don't need Talismanic in this deck because there's not really any opting going on.
Yeah.
It can set up hands, but like it's not like Kano where you need to put a red on the top of your deck to play it out. Tunic is just great value. Yeah, blocks 1. And I feel like this is also a great spot where Heart of Ice in certain matchups is going to come in really handy. And then you have Metacarpus, and this is just because we are playing the combo Forked Lightning for 14.
You just have to.
You just have to. And it's Arcane Barrier 1. And then you have Storm Striders, which obviously these kind of go together. It's combo.
Yeah.
And then with the weapon, I really hope they gave her a unique weapon, but...
They should.
But this is still by far the best wizard weapon, giving you the +1 on either player's turn, being a once per turn instant.
Well, let's get into the deck here.
Yeah.
Let's show off kind of what we've come up with.
Yeah, and the great thing is, since we're not playing Kano, and we're not relying off getting a non-attack action off the top of the deck, you feel good about playing defense reactions. So Sink Below, it feels really nice, and this could be Fate if you wanted to, but I like this a lot. And yeah. And then we have Epot, because you can play this on your opponent's turn.
That card's disgusting.
Yeah, because if you don't have the action point on your turn, you just throw it in Arsenal, play it on their turn. You're not going to give them a Frostbite, but still setting that up is awesome. Then for our attack spells, our non-attack actions that deal damage. We're getting into the whole line of Voltic Bolts.
So we're playing all 6 Voltic Bolt in the Blitz deck. Okay.
These, because for 1 blue, this with Crucible, this does 6 damage. This does 5 damage. And this does 4 damage. And
on their turn.
On their turn, exactly. So with 1 blue, you pay 2 for this, pay 1 for Crucible. Does 4 damage on their turn as an instant. And people, you can get people on that.
Yep.
And then, because it's so easy to play things on your opponent's turn, same reason why we're going the full 6 of Snapback.
Yeah.
And this is also a thing that if you play this out and then you have a red Snapback, that's 6 damage on their turn.
Yep.
Or if you want to use Crucible, that's 7 damage on their turn. And same thing with this. And then, this card is just because I think you get a lot of value from its hit effect. This being 5 damage with Crucible for a blue and being able to set up your next hand. I did this when Kyle had an all-red hand and he just had to let me opt 5. Which was like...
It was awful.
Yeah, it was awful because I was just like, Channel Lake, Ice Card, attack in a blue pitch, awesome. And then this is...
Just being able to do it on your opponent's turn, too, is really good.
Exactly. And then this is for same reason as Voltic Bolt. On their turn, you'll probably get an Op 3 off of this, especially with, using that.
Yeah.
For 3 damage. They'll probably just let you deal all 3 damage to them unless you're playing a super defensive deck. And that's like the great thing about this deck is going really tall on your opponent's turn. Or on your turn, you have a way to get around Arcane Barrier 4, and really against Arcane Barrier 3, it really shows. And if you want an Oldham killer, this is the deck. Wizard's the deck for that. And then, same reason, just good value. This is the best card to use with Snapback on their turn, because you boost this up to 3, and then you go Snapback. Yeah. That's a nice little 6 damage combo right there. And then this on your turn, 5 damage for 2 mana. That's amazing. As you see, the theme of the deck is we're going really tall on our turn, usually blocking 2 on their turn.
Just disrupting what they're doing when you had the hand for
Exactly. And these are your more wide cards. If you have, turns where you want to play a couple, you can. And, Reverberate's really good, and Aether Flare does Aether Flare things. And then getting into my favorite part of the deck is being able to combo with this and utilize this so well, because one of the games we played, I comboed Kyle with the blue one because I was just a resource down. Yeah. And it was really great. And I just like being able to play out cards like
it allows you to do this instead of do the play with this, right?
Exactly.
With your armor.
If you're able to go Aether Flare Snapback on your opponent's turn, that's really powerful.
Yeah, it's like what? Like that's 9 damage, 8 damage, something like that. Yeah.
So as you can see, we have ways to do 6 damage on our opponent's turn really consistently, and then ways to do 4 to 6 damage on our turn really consistently, and then you have the Forked Lightning combo where you can just obviously with 3 blues go Stir, Metacarpus, Crucible, Forked Lightning, and I think you have to have a Tunic or a Energy Pot up for this extra resource, but with 3 blues you can still do 12 damage, which is really nice.
Yep. Then we got the ice package, I think, coming afterwards. It's 8 cards we're working with here?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
And it's just, in my opinion, you can play other ones, but since we're not having any attacks in this deck in the way we built it, we're just playing the best non-attack actions like Winter's Bite. This effectively makes 2 Frostbites on your opponent's turn because they have to pay 1 for this, and you give them a Frostbite. Same thing with Channel Lake. It's just playing this on your opponent's turn is one of the best feelings.
I think there's one blue attack action card in the deck.
Yeah.
I mean, ice just to play with this.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I think it's what Winter's Grasp.
Yeah,
or something
Winter's
like
Grasp,
that.
because it's a 3-block.
It's also
it's
a
an
3
ice
block.
card, and it's blue. That's the main reason.
Being
All
able to
the
pitch
other-
this with this
Exactly.
or whatever else.
We just want to keep this on the field. Basically, if you play this on your opponent's turn, and then it goes on to your turn, so you effectively get this for 2 turns if you play it on their turn, because you're stopping them on their turn and you're stopping it on your turn.
Yep.
So they can't do anything in response. And then Blizzard, because it's a blue ice card and it chokes certain decks, you know, like Chain, if they spend their blue and then like mid, you're like, okay.
A time of the Blizzard would screw Chain over on a big
Yeah,
turn.
it
too.
would.
Yeah.
And sometimes even Dorinthia. Wait, it's gotta be attacks. Yep. Okay, so I guess it could be a weapon.
Yeah. So, overall, what are your initial thoughts
I think-
on the hero, on the
Yeah.
deck in general?
I think the hero's very powerful. I think the fact that we don't have any real cards for it yet, you know, no Ice Wizard cards, and it's already like feeling like a very good Blitz deck. When they do give, you know, a possible Majestic equipment for it and everything, and more ice cards that have utility, it's going to be a very powerful deck.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you showcasing this for the people.
Exactly.
Hopefully, like I said before, this gives a good outlier to what the deck can look like, and then, you know, cards that we're going to go more in depth with this deck on our Patreon as
Exactly.
far as cards we'd cut from this and testing and sideboard guide
Yeah.
and all this other stuff. So, yeah. If you guys like the video, definitely click like
it.
subscribe if you don't mind. Again, like we said, the 27th of January, we're actually going to be revealing our
excited.
preview card. I'm
Dude,
so excited to show them
I
what
wish
this
you
card
could see
looks like.
Kyle's face right now, because it's his face.
I'm so excited for it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Subscribe and whatnot, and we'll see you guys later.
Thank you. Peace.